Matric students, I hope you're doing very good, man. Welcome back into our revision. Welcome back to the channel. Please, those who haven't subscribed, please go and subscribe to the subscribe button. Just click that subscribe button. Just click it. That red subscribe button. Go and click it and subscribe. Okay. So today we are going to be looking at continuing with our revision. By the way. Yes, so we're going to be looking at 3.3. So 3.3 says figure 3.3 depicts various types of rural settlements. Okay, so this is our figure 3.3 in our annexure. Okay, yes, so types of rural settlements. Okay, so these are the rural settlements in rural areas and so on. Okay, yes. Um yes, so we have A, as you can see that we have A, we have B, we have C, whereby our A, you can see it's one house only there. Okay, yes. At B, there are many houses around there, so close to each other. Also at C, as you can see at C, those houses are arranged in a certain way. Okay, yes. So also have our key of this sketched map. Okay, yes. So our key, we have road, as you can see that we have a road that is coming down there. Okay, yes, that is moving to the city. Okay, and it's 5 kilometers to the city, as you can see there. We have our cultivated lands. Okay, we have our cultivated lands. We have our farm boundaries, as you can see there, the farm boundaries and the cultivated lands. We have our river down there. Okay, as you can see here, we have a cloud that shows this side. Um, it's a if it's in the southern hemisphere, it's a south facing, north facing slope. I mean, if it's in the southern hemisphere, it's a north facing slope. Yes, as you can see that the human activities that are there, it's receiving some rain, etc. Okay, let's wrap that and jump into our questions. Okay, let's erase that so that we can jump into our questions. Okay, so the very first question says 3.3.1, what evidence suggests that B is a dry point settlement? Okay, so what's the evidence that suggests that B is a dry point area? Okay, so you can see that B is um, on the high-lying area. Okay, yes, B is on the high-lying area far from the river. As you can see that the river is down there. Okay, yes, so that's our main reason. Yes, those are our main reasons. So they said we must give 1, which is going to be out of 1 mark. Okay, so I'm going to give you 2. So um so B is situated in a high lying area. So B is situated in a high lying area, or you can also say higher up the mountain slope, or you can say higher up mountain slope, or you can say far from the water source, which is the river down there, far from the water source. Okay, let's jump to 3.3.2. So 3.3.2 says state two social advantages of living in settlement B. So you can see that B, the houses are close to each other and so on. So the neighbor that is um, living in this house, and this house, and this house, all of these houses around here. So there's accessibility of social interaction, I can say. You can also say there's safety and security. The neighbor could help you when you've been a victim during a certain crime. Yes, in rural areas is commit crimes, so you can be it's going to be easy for you to get help. Okay, yes, um, yes, you can say all of those things. Yes, but I'll give you more. Okay, so let's go and answer. So you can say so. So you live at B. You live close to one another. Live close to one another. Okay, close to one another. Social interaction or social interaction or social interaction. We said you must give two. Yes, which is going to be one, but I'll give you more. Okay, safety and security. As I have explained, safety and security. Easy access to help in time of emergency. Easy access to help in time of emergency. Emergency of emergency. And we can also say sharing of ideas. That's community involvement. Sharing of ideas. That is community. Also, you can say community involve involvement. Involvement. Yes. Involvement. Yes. Sharing of equipment. Sharing of equipment. So sorry. Equipment. You can't be struggling. Yes, because there are people that are around you, so you can borrow some equipment if you want. Yes, sharing of workloads. Lastly, sharing of workloads. Okay, so those are the advantages of social. Those are the social advantages at the settlement at B. Okay, yes, yes. Uh-huh. Okay, so let's move to 3.3 right now. 3.3 says let's refer to settlement at sea. Okay, to those settlements there at farms. Okay, so A says identify the settlement shape at sea. The settlement shape that is at sea. Those houses there, you can see that they are in a linear shape. Okay, that is influenced or caused by the road. Okay, as you can see that they are settled along the road. Okay, that's a linear settlement or linear shape. Okay, that's a linear pattern. It's a linear pattern or linear shape. Okay, B. Let's move to B. Let's jump to B without wasting no time. B says suggest a reason for the elongated, which is long and narrow, shape of the individual farms in settlement C. Yes, as you can see that at C it's on the steep slope. Okay, it's up the hill. Okay, it's going up the hill, more especially here. Okay, it's up the hill. Okay, so I think that those are the reason for the elongation and so on. So in answering that question, you can say so in the individual farmers need access to roads so that they can transport um, access to the road so that they can transport their raw materials. Okay, yes, their vegetation and their crops etc to be manufactured into the city. Okay, yes, limited by the availability of flat land. Limited, that's why it's so narrow and elongated. Okay, limited by the availability of flat land. Okay, flat land. Yes, that's how it goes. So let's move to C. So let's move to C. So C says that explain why the farms at sea are likely to experience soil erosion. You can see that at sea they're in the steep slope, so it's easy for the erosion takes place. Okay, yes, gravitational force it's so huge there. Okay, yes, pushes the topsoil to move downwards. And secondly, yes, I mentioned that it's on a steep slope, and secondly, you can say during heavy rainfall, as you can see that that side is likely to receive rainfall. Okay, or it's receiving rainfall at the moment, as you can see there. Okay, cloud and water drops. So this basically means that the topsoil will be washed away. Okay, etc. So the things that you can say at sea, farming is practiced on a steep slope. So at sea, farming is practiced on a steep slope. You can also say heavy rain increase surface runoff. So heavy rain increase surface runoff. You can also say loosely bound soil is easily removed by surface runoff. So the topsoil, you can say so the topsoil easily removed by surface runoff. Easily removed by surface runoff. Surface runoff. Yes, they wanted 2, which is going to be equals to 2. 2 times 2. Yes. This is going to be equal to 4 marks. Yes, so I'm going to give you more and more. You can also say no trees to trap runoff. As you can see that there's less lack of vegetation there. So no trees to trap runoff. Or surface runoff. So removal of natural vegetation that leads to soil erosion. Remove of natural vegetation that leads to soil erosion. Okay, because when they plowing that, they remove the topsoil, the vegetation, natural vegetation, I mean, etc. So that they can plant their own vegetation, which are crops. Okay, yes. Limited condo plowing due to long narrow farmland. Yes, limited um, condo plowing due to plow. Uh-huh, due to long narrow farmland. Long narrow farmland. Can also say monoculture will lead to increased soil erosion. So monoculture lead to increased soil erosion. And lastly, we can also say limited space will lead to overcultivation. Okay, yes, limited space because there's no space available there. Okay, so limited space will lead to overcultivation. Cultivation. So farmers will cultivate as much as they can, okay, because of limited space available there for farming. Okay, let's move to 3.4. Okay, let's move to 3.4. Let's move to 3.4. Okay, so 3.4 says sort of 4 marks. A decision was taken to upgrade the existing road in the village at B. Okay, so upgrading the road that is passing through the village at B. Explain how and why this decision would change the classification of the village in the urban hierarchy. Okay, let's look at B. Okay, let's look here at B. Okay, let's look there at B. Okay, you can see that at B there's a road that is passing there. Okay, a road that is passing at B. Okay, to a city, to a city. Mind you that the city and rural, the B is at rural areas, and B into the city. Like the city, those are two different areas. Okay, yes, two different segments, etc. So that will greatly affect the hierarchy. Okay, yes, the urban hierarchy and so on. So how and why? So we can say here, so it will change from a village to a town. So that basically means that it will move up the hierarchy. Okay, so B will move up the hierarchy because if the road is well developed, etc. So some companies that are in the city will start to consider this particular area um, that is there in those rural areas. Okay, yes. So let's write down what you can say there. Okay, so you can say it will change from a village to a town. Or you can say it will move up in the hierarchy. Up in the hierarchy. I think that is going to be multifunctional now. Okay, the hierarchy think that's Harik. Harik. I think this is Harik. Yes. So, second, you can say the village will be more accessible to the city and could result in counter urbanization. So, the village, because of the upgraded road, as you can see, that road is going straight to the city. So, the village will be more accessible to the city, to the city, and could result in counter urbanization and could result in counter urbanization. Okay, so you can also say it will change from unifunctional, as you know that rural areas or rural settlements are unifunctional, whereby the urban area is multifunctional. So it's going to change. Um, it is going to change from unifunctional, unifunctional to multifunctional activity. Functional activity, because there will be functional activities, because there will be some secondary and tertiary activities that are going to invade that particular rural segment. Okay, yes. So now it's not only going to be farming that is being practiced there as a primary activity. Okay, yes, or as a specific activity. So there will be some secondary activities like your industries that are going to manufacture their own raw materials. As you can see that we have some cultivated lands there. So um, we can also say it will provide more high order services and functions. Yes, so it will provide some high order services and functions. Okay, and lastly you can say sphere of influence will increase. So sphere of influence will increase to the city. Okay, meaning that the city will start supplying or supporting that specific rural segment with some machinery, with some resources, and with some other services, etc. So that's how it goes. Yes. So I think that's the end. Okay, that's the end, right? Yes, that's the end of our lesson for the moment. Yes, that's the end of our lesson for the moment. Yes. Okay. Have a great and wonderful day. Cheers. See you in the next following video. Bye.